All right, welcome back. We're going to learn about the volume and surface area of pyramids and cones. Now, instead of memorizing a bunch of little formulas, what they do in this chapter is the volume is always V equals 1/3 the area of the base times the height, okay? So B is actually the area of the base. So if the base is a square, you find the area doing side squared. If it's a circle, like a cone, you would do pi r squared times, just pi r squared. And if it's a rectangle, base times height. And if it's a triangle, 1/2 base times height, okay? So here's all those formulas. So you could actually make several different formulas by plugging in each of these B's up here, okay? So if you would rather just have all the formulas written down, the volume of a square pyramid would be 1/3 S squared times H, and S is a side, okay? If you want the rectangle, that would be 1/3 base times height of the rectangle times the height of the triangle, or the height of the pyramid, I'm sorry. Circle would be V equals 1/3 pi r squared times the height. And then the triangle would be V equals 1/3 times 1/2 base times height of the triangle times height of the pyramid, okay? So this could actually be condensed to V equals 1/6 base times height of the pyramid, okay? So, something to think about. I don't care which way you prefer to write it, but you're going to be coming up with these formulas, okay? So the first thing I'm looking at is, I just want to find the volume of this pyramid. So I noticed the base is equal to a rectangle, right? So to find the area of just the base rectangle, I do 8 times 6, right? Which is 48. So that's my B. So my volume is 1/3 base times height, and I know that H right here is my height of my pyramid. So H equals 5, so I'm going to plug and chug here. I'm sure all you girls are giggling now. And H is 5. Okay, and then I'm going to pull out my handy dandy calculator here, which is not in the place it's supposed to be right now. Hold on. Alright, so then I'm going to do 1/3, which is just simply 1 divided by 3. Times 48 times 5. So that's a nice 80. And there's units, so this would be 80 centimeters cubed. Okay, so the first step is finding your base. Second step, plugging in the base, plugging in the height. Okay, so it's actually kind of easier to deal with the base separately because you guys know how to find the area of a 2D object and then plug it into the actual volume formula. So I'm going to do this again down here. Notice this one has a triangular base, okay? So the area of the base, since it's a triangle, that's 1/2 base times height, right? So this is my height, this is my base of my triangle. Okay, oh, I'm sorry, 1/2 base times height for just the area of the triangle. So big B is going to equal this. So it's going to be 1/2 times 8 times 14. Which again, that's kind of a big number, so I'm going to steal my calculator. So 1/2 times 8 times 14 is simply 56. So big B equals 56. Now if I plug that into my formula, volume equals 1/3 big B times the height. And my height of the actual pyramid is 17, so this is my H here. So I get V equals 1/3 56 times my height, which is 17. And again, I don't know that off the top of my head, so I'm just going to pop that baby in here. Times 17. Okay, and I get 317.33 repeating. And there's no units on this, so I would just put units cubed. Okay. So again, I found the area of the base, which is my big B. Okay. Since it's a triangle, it's 1/2 base times height. Once I find big B, I can plug that into my formula along with the height of the pyramid and go from there, okay? Now let's continue here. So now we're going to go backwards. We've done this before. Find the height of the pyramid given its volume and the area of the base, okay? So I know my formula is B equals 1/3 base times height. Now they told me my rectangular base is 15 by 8. So I know how to find the area of a rectangle. It's just 15 times 8, which is 120. So my big B is going to equal 120. And they give me that V is 260. So I'm going to plug in what I know. V equals 260 equals 1/3 base, which is 120, times height. Okay. Then I'm going to multiply all my numbers on the right-hand side. So 260 comes along for the ride. I'm going to do 1/3 times 120, which is going to give me 40, but I'll show you how I do it in the calculator. 40. H. And so to get H by itself, I have to divide both sides by 40. So I'm going to get H equals 260 divided by 40, which is going to be 6.5. Okay, and it's 6.5 inches because height is a flat surface. So 6.5 inches tall. Okay. Another one very similar. A square pyramid has a volume of 400 cubic centimeters. The length of the base is 10 centimeters. What is the height of the pyramid? Same idea, okay? So I know V is equal to 400. I know the length of the base, so I need to find big B. I know the length. If it's a square pyramid, square means 10 by 10, right? So the area is 10 times 10, which is 100. Okay. So again, I know my formula is 1/3 big base times height. V equals 400, so I get 1/3 times 100 times H. So 1/3 times 100, that's going to give me 0.33, but I'm going to show you in the calculator here. I'm sorry, 33.33, repeating, times H. To get H by itself, I have to get rid of this guy. Divide both sides by 33.3. H is going to equal, again I'm going to do this in the calculator, 12. We're pretty close to 12. Okay, so the height is 12, and I need my centimeters, and it's not squared or cubed because it's actually a flat surface, okay? So again, remember formula, I don't remember, where am I on page 1? I think I did back to back, sorry. The formula is 1/3 times the area of the base times the height of the pyramid, and these are all the little areas that you may possibly have to find, okay? Circle would be cone, right? That's cone, which we're actually going to talk about in the next section, okay? Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.